Get you all set up there. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. This is Flatlander of Flatlander's Adventures, and today I'm currently on a new adventure. I brought... Here, let me grab the camera. Little scooter. It's the fiance's ride. I got it out today. Well, one, it's been in the garage, and it's good to get them out and keep them moving. But I wanted to come down here and take a couple pictures you guys just saw there at the beginning of the video of the river and just get out and see it. I mean, that giant bright ball in the sky is finally out, so it's just wonderful to enjoy it while you can. I want to apologize to all of you guys out there that watch the show on a regular and to all my subscribers in general. At the end of 2020, the Rona decided to rear its ugly head, and we had to put it down, which we did. Me and the woman both spent a couple weeks at home. I didn't want to make anything as far as shows because, well, one, it wiped me out. I'm doing fine now. I mean, we're out of it. It's been a week or so. I held off after the whole New Year because of all the political BS that's in the news, and it's still going on. I do try to keep up with some of that kind of stuff, but anymore I almost wonder if it's just satire. I mean, the nonsense that's going on in Washington, or happened in Washington, I mean, if you watch the news, you would think that it was like an absolute armed insurgency that took on the Capitol Hill, and they're like, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. Okay, first off, does nobody see the satire in that? Like, it's almost comical. They're like, never before in the history of America has... Okay, you're doing that, and you're talking about it in a city that is named after an individual that literally started the country by doing that. I mean, like, nobody sees the humor in that? What's wrong with you people? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with what happened. I don't support it necessarily. I support the right to protest, but I don't support the right to storm, buildings and disrupt stuff. It's whatever. But, like, you don't see, like, the comedy in that? Like, oh my goodness. I turn on the news for a split second and I'm like dying laughing because I'm like, you guys obviously don't understand history, and if you don't understand history, you're bound to repeat it. It's astonishing. It really is. It just blows my mind. Anyways, back to it. Happy belated New Year. 2021 for me has been relatively great. I mean, nothing fancy's happened, but nothing dramatic's happened either. We do have a family friend that is currently in the ICU that could definitely use some prayers. She had a bout of the Rona, beat it, and then right now she's reaping the whirlwind of it. So, I mean, it's post-Rona issues, but keep her in your prayers. Anyways, everybody I see right now on YouTube and everywhere else is talking about, hey, I'm going to pick you up. I want to walk around. Alright. They're sitting there talking about, oh, well, fiddlesticks. I got an alarm on my phone going off. Hold on. There we go. It's talking about New Year's resolutions. And I don't have any New Year's resolutions because, honestly, if I notice something in my life, of something that I don't agree with or I don't particularly enjoy doing, or I notice I'm fat and I need to lose weight, I just do it. And that's difficult for some people. Oh, sorry, blinding you. But back in December, prior to us catching it, we already decided to take it upon ourselves to go to the gym, and we've been doing that. And I mean, it has nothing to do with New Year's resolutions, but I do have some goals that I want to talk about in this New Year's video. One of our goals this year is, in March, we're getting married. So our goal is to ensure that that goes through flawlessly, and I don't see any reasons why it wouldn't. Another one of our goals is to continue working, which, as of right now, I don't see why that would change. I mean, some people are having difficulties with it, some people aren't. I mean, I've been blessed with maintaining my job. Another one of my goals this year, and, well, I say our goals is what I should say, is we've been talking about going down to Oklahoma to move down there. One of our goals this year is to sit there and we've been looking at the property, and I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to do it by the end of the year or if we can just finally pick out a spot and maybe put a down payment on it and start paying on it. Our goal is to find some raw land and try to build as sustainable as possible. I won't say off-grid because, oh man, it's so blown up anymore. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But something that I would like to do is try to have a little more sustainable living. And I think that by the end of the year, we will definitely be in a position to be trying to do that and get that going and bring you guys along with that. I'm also going to throw a couple pictures in here of our garden area that we're going to be working a lot more on. The car going by. He's holding the camera. He probably got a little paranoid. It looked like I was holding it at him, but I got it sideways in my hand. Anyways, we got a garden going on, and cleaned out the chicken pen, threw a bunch of the hay and chicken fertilizer, I guess is the appropriate word on YouTube. Y'all know what I mean. Into that area. That's going to be our potato area, and I'm going to throw some more dirt on it and let it rot, and you know how it works. We're going to try and do some new gardening stuff this year. I want to try and use a couple cattle panels, the flimsier ones, you know, hog panel, whatever you want to call it. Arch it up, and we're going to see about trying to grow some, you know, cucumbers on it, some acorn squash, and we'll bring you along that adventure too. I mean, we got a lot of goals this year, and I'm going to try and include you guys on it. One of my goals this year is to try and ensure that I do a video at least once a week. If it's not an adventure like going out, you know, going on the boat or whatnot, you know, I'll still come out here and talk to you guys. I mean, not all adventures are just doing wild and crazy stuff. Some adventures are of the mind, some adventures are of the soul. I mean, it's all, I guess, be perspective. But anyways, it's a little chilly out here. I'm gonna flip you around because I want you all to see this. This is just absolutely beautiful this time of year. Whoop, man, just gorgeous. Can't beat it. All right, I'm gonna hop back on this little toy, zip on home. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on, a little more up to date on what's going on. And like I said, happy belated New Year's. Oh, I guess I missed Christmas too. Happy belated Christmas and Yule, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. I'm sure there's like 5 or 6 other. Boxing Day for Canada. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot about that one. Because everybody knows about Boxing Day. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Remember, adventure's always around the corner. And we're all in this together. Later.